6:18 and time now for What's Trending. Well, over to dryish land where Chicagoans were given a heads up to stay dry by avoiding the Lake Michigan coast during a strong storm. The National Weather Service predicted 16-foot waves with the windy weather, but that didn't stop surfers from ignoring swimming restrictions or bikers and joggers who were gluttons for punishment. Whoopsie daisies. That's embarrassing, almost as embarrassing as saying whoopsie daisies. Yeah, I saw this video and I immediately chuckled. That poor lady who just got swept under the waves. But I mean, if you look at that, and I'm sorry, if you, like, I've lived in Chicago a couple years, and you know, Lake Michigan is just, oh man, he got hit twice. Lake Michigan's nothing to play with. I mean, those, you know, the current is very, very strong. I'm sorry, that's good. It's very strong. And, you know, when it's during a time like this and you literally see it almost hitting you, why would you want to go take a stroll or run? I don't get that. Or surf.
They're really like on their fitness goals. Yeah. But no, why would you? If the water is coming right there, you can see it coming. I don't know. I would be like, I'm not going to run for the next week. I'll just walk around the neighborhood, stay dry.
Yeah. You know, I think that there's a little bit of this kind of adrenaline junkiness that must be kind of inside these people to want to go out and do that. I mean, I don't know if I would take it up myself, but I can kind of see where there may be that interest there. You know, Megan, we were talking.
They're going to be Poseidon. That's what they're going to try to do. You're not going to win.
Yeah, they just
they can try.
Hit. That's what they wanted to do. Oh man, I wouldn't do that. But everybody was safe. Nobody was hurt.
Oh, good.
But you know, that was just because of that. It was a little funny to watch.
Just some whoopsie daisies.
Yeah, some whoopsie daisies. Exactly.
Well, we're going to keep getting a little bit wet. So beneath the surface, there was a startling discovery as two amateur divers found what turned out to be one of the largest collections of ancient Roman gold coins.
Wow.
The divers reported 8 coins found off the coast of Spain, and further exploration revealed 45 more. Archaeologists date the booty to around 4th or 5th century, and we're calling the discovery very significant and enormously valuable. I love pirates. I think it's just because I grew up on the Cape, so like we have a ton of shipwrecks off the coast and stuff, but I'm obsessed with Pirates of the Caribbean. But anyways, this is really cool just because it kind of goes with that theme and like Fool's Gold and like all those movies and stuff. Yeah. So this is really cool to me that people are still finding these treasures like hundreds of years after the fact.
Yeah, I think it's pretty incredible. And obviously, like you said, you know, they were amateur divers. They were not expecting that. And boom, I mean, that's just huge, and it's not going to be forgotten. So, you know, kudos to them. And they found 45 more. That's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of old booty that they're finding out there. It's really something of a find. I mean, I'm not so much of a diver myself. My father was actually a master diver in his heyday. And he's been all over the place, all over the world doing diving. But he's never really come home with any of these sorts of treasures, at least not the ones that he showed us, if any. But yeah, I mean, it's really cool thinking about what you can see underwater and just, I mean, look at what they found, all that treasure. So, but now to go from underwater to now actually to outer space, a potentially stinky situation was on a SpaceX tourist flight this week when a blaring alarm sounded on the Dragon spacecraft. The crew went into action working with SpaceX ground controllers to pinpoint the cause of the error. The issue? Ready for this? The onboard toilet malfunctioned. Officials say it was resolved and didn't cause any messy issues for the crew. Now, using the bathroom in space, though, is not an easy task since there is no gravity. Space toilets have fans inside of them, which are used to create suction. Essentially, they pull the waste out of the human body and keep it stored away somewhere. You know, it's just kind of funny. You learn something new every single day, but you know, in space or on Earth, I mean, when nature calls, nature calls. So I mean, it's really you know, something that to be considered about how you're really going about having that opportunity to use the restroom in space, and you know, just considering that you know anything can really malfunction, go wrong, and I think it's an important reminder that plumbing and toilets are no exception to that.
I'm sorry, but that's one of the reasons why I would not go into space. I like having my toiletries, my bathroom the way it is, and I don't want a fan to have to help me with my daily completion of a job.
Restroom time. Exactly. And then it's like you hear a malfunctions going on. That would just freak me out. And then all of a sudden you learn it was just because somebody had to go use the bathroom. I mean, that was probably scary, but they're probably laughing about it now.
You know, to me, it kind of sounds like the opposite of a bidet. You know, they have those kind of drying things and all the mechanisms inside. But this is like kind of that reverse. It's
interesting. we can look more into that a little
bit. It'd be cool to float around, but like not to have like. Can you imagine? I would think all the oxygen is going to be sucked out of my cockpit or something. I would just be freaking out that I'd be imploding because that's what happens in space, not about the other issue.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I wouldn't want any part of it. So.
You know, my problem would be the food. I mean, the space food's all kind of packaged up in space forms. That would be my first complaint about going to space. The bathroom, I think, it hasn't really been thought. It hasn't really come to the forefront until this video, but like I said, you learn something new every day.